Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 8th of May. My disclaimer, I did this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, great. Now, yesterday I was looking for some retracement. We got it. I was wondering if it was bottoming out, but we've still got a 60-minute sell signal which is fixed, and it hasn't reached the possible near miss target on ES, and we've got the same on NQ. It could be that we're going to see those fail today. Both of those are back at the new all-time highs as we are looking, and presumably that'll hold through into the open. Now, what I was looking at, let's just review the situation here. If we'd had a sell signal, it would have made target. This looks like a bull flag on IWM, but it's not back up at the highs yet. YM is actually held up a little better than I was thinking, and as I'm looking for a new all-time high here, that's encouraging news. Not back up at the all-time high yet, but obviously this whole move has been led by SPX and NDX. DAX, we've got a 6-minute buy signal fixed. We'd already made the bull flag targets on both DAX and ESTX. I'm wondering about a new all-time high here. We are not that far away, so waiting to see if that happens. ESTX, we made it as well. Again, may go a bit higher. We're not far off the lows on either of those. On Nikkei, we had gone a little higher. I'm looking for a pattern here. We don't have one yet, but I'm thinking we may well get one as we go a little higher. We could have a pattern here, but if it is a pattern, then we're already overthrowing it. I am thinking the odds favor going at least a bit higher here. We could go up another $50 handles, $60 handles, 100 might be a stretch on ES, but I think really we're topping out on this move now. All right, let's have a look at those on the bigger picture charts. Right, on ES, we've lost the divergence on the RSI 14, which wasn't that substantial. We've got the RSI 5 sell signal fixed. That is not close to failing and probably won't fail unless we see a serious breakout from here, which I'm really not expecting. We've got an RSI 5 sell signal fixed as well on SPX. We did have a weak RSI 14 sell signal fixed, and that failed yesterday. Not altogether surprisingly. We are stalled at the moment, or at least we are on a potential new upper band ride, but I'm not expecting that to last long. But we could be a few days away, a few trading days away from a high, but I'm really looking for topping action at this stage. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, we had a little 15-minute buy signal at the low yesterday, which is one reason I was thinking the low might be in, although that wasn't a good match with where we were on the hourly charts. But we've got on the 15-minute chart here on SPX, the RSI 14 sell signal made the possible near miss target, and I think that's done. All right, in terms of the cues, weak RSI 5 sell signal is fixed. A full-size RSI 5 sell signal is brewing. If we are going to see a signal fail here, could be this one, but I mean it still needs to get up to 95, which is still a stretch. In terms of the 60-minute chart here, no current divergence. The 60-minute sell signal failed. Obviously, this last high. We've come back down. We could set up some more negative divergence there, but I've been watching the dailies more closely for this move. In terms of the 15-minute chart, we didn't have. I don't think we had. Well, we didn't have a sell signal at the high. Don't think we had a sell signal at the low, but I haven't looked at that very closely. But obviously, we're holding the trend lines. The shorter term patterns I've been looking at are still intact. We saw a nice little retrace on Dire, but we're not setting up any more negative divergence here. Well, we've got some negative divergence actually. Very weak negative divergence here, but it's so weak I haven't even marked it in. On the daily RSI 14, we've got a weak RSI 5 sell signal fixed, and I'm not expecting that to fail. I would like to see a retest of the all-time high here at 503.37, and I think there's a decent chance that we may get that. On the hourly chart, no current divergence. On the 15-minute chart, we broke the rising support trend line that I had drawn, but it's not like the others because we haven't really been making new highs here. This could still be topping out, but I would love to see this go up and retest a high at 503.37. We did manage to get up to 501.20. It's not far away. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts on IWM. IWM, we've got possible RSI 14 sell signal brewing. Nothing on the RSI 5 yet, but we saw a pullback which took us below the 70 level here on the RSI 5. So a retest of this high, which I'm thinking we may well get, would get a possible RSI 5 sell signal brewing here as well. On the hourly chart, nothing to see. On the 15-minute chart, obviously we held the support trend line on the current pattern, and I'm looking ideally to see this this trend line hit here, and that's getting towards the 290 area now. We shall see. In terms of DAX, we saw a little bit of a pullback here on Nikkei. We saw a spike up, and we've not yet seen yesterday's retracement in the tape here. So, but we reached the daily upper band here too. We've still got an RSI 5 sell signal that has not failed. All right, let's have a look at the DX chart. Now, DX, we're still a bit lost in space here. We're really waiting for direction from oil, and I think we are a few days away from seeing that. Well, actually, I could start at any time, but it doesn't seem to be starting right now. And I'm thinking I'd like to see some more higher highs on equities before we get that. And I think there's a pretty good chance we are going to get that. In terms of, hang on, I need to go back to equities for a minute. In terms of, bear with me a second. Right, in terms of the patterns, in terms of the trend lines that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago, when I wrote a post about my ideal trend lines here, that is the trend line on SPX. I'm not really expecting this to go a lot higher, but we could see a bit of a bearish overthrow, but that was the trend line I was looking at, and so far we've pretty much hit it perfectly. In terms of the Qs, this went slightly higher again, but nice move up into that trend line. That was, when I called that, we were about here, I think. So that was a very nice move. And I'm liking this going maybe a bit higher. We are already overthrowing a little. And I would not be surprised to see this overthrow some more. All right. In terms of IWM, we're still some distance away from these trend lines. I've got the first one at about the 292 area. That is potentially doable. Not as necessary. And this trend line, I don't know, it's kind of an established channel, actually. So this is a channel resistance trend line that could be hit, and I'm keeping an eye out to see whether it is. But it's not as important as the others. All right, looking at DX, a bit lost in space, waiting for direction here. When oil starts going up seriously, which, as I said, I think is only a few days away, I'm expecting that to adversely affect equities, obviously. But what we saw last time was that the dollar was going up. Not entirely sure why the dollar was going up, but if that continues to be the case and that relation holds true, then we're probably going to see a big boost to the dollar. In terms of the others, USD still hasn't made the IHS target. GBPUSD bimbling around near the highs. USD JPY, this was a government intervention to weaken the yen. Sorry, to strengthen the yen. I think it's so because obviously when this goes up, the yen's getting weaker, not stronger, because it's USD JPY, not JPY USD. So we saw this move down. We saw a double bottom break up. It went back and rejected to the lows, and I am still wondering if we might make the double top target in the 154.46 to 154.68 range. Not seeing an awful lot on USD CAD, possible bottoming action. Nothing really to see on Australian dollar or NZ. In terms of bonds, we had a 60-minute sell signal brewing, and that fixed and made target. We didn't get that far below. I've still got some positive divergence on the daily charts, which I'm wondering whether we're going to need to see a move up here. I was talking about the possibility we'd do an A, B, C, with a move up into maybe the 115.5 to 116 area. In terms of ZN, I'm wondering whether it might do the same. We shall see how that goes. In terms of Brent, we had the double top target we made, so that reached the full target there. We've got a potential level bottom here. I thought that might break up overnight, but it hasn't, which was interesting because we actually had some fighting happening on, some bombing happening from the Americans yesterday. So we will see how that goes. But at the moment, we're still in phony war territory on oil. It hasn't, the reality of the closing of the Strait of Hormuz has not yet started to bite. In terms of CL, We went down a bit here. Could be an overall bull flag. HO could be a bad flag, bull flag rather. RBOB doesn't really look like anything. NG, which isn't really affected by the Stretch 4 moves. We've got a potential inverted head and shoulders here, which I'm watching. We will see. That could give us a rally. I've been talking about wanting to see a rally really up to 310, 315, and it could deliver that rally. But the rally, of course, may not happen. This may just head back into the lows and go lower. In terms of GC, we had a 6-minute sell signal fix. That hasn't made target yet, and I'm wondering whether we're going to get another leg down. And I'm watching here where we've got a little head and shoulders brewing. So I'll just draw in that line. So I am wondering if we're going to see some more sideways while gold goes down a bit. In terms of silver, we've got a 6-minute sell signal fix. That hasn't made target either. Palladium, sell signal, made target. Platinum, sell signal made the possible near miss target, and HG, the sell signal made the possible near miss target. HG, I'm wondering if this might go up to retest the all-time high. That I think is about 6.5, 6.6 area. This is a promising sign. It's degraded the possible double top that was here, but I'd really love to see that retest. And then I'm thinking that would set up a beautiful large double top for HG to deliver as and when equities and oil start coming down seriously. All right, let's have a look at the other commodities. KC, the flag broke down, didn't quite make target, or at least I don't think so. It was just short. So I'm still expecting to see a bit lower to make the full flag target. SB, this is interesting because we had an IHS, it broke up, it made target, and then another head and shoulders rather than IHS in the opposite direction has formed and broken down with a target at a retest of the prior low. I'm taking this seriously. I'm thinking this may deliver. We don't have a sell signal anymore on the hourly chart, but I'm thinking that might deliver. If it is going to invalidate, that would need a move up over about the 1488 area. In terms of CC, obviously we had the flag break up. I put in the target for if this broken up flag makes the broken up flag target, and I've got that in about the 4700 area, and I'm thinking that's probably where we're going to go next. Could set up some negative divergence when we do that. On CT, possible messy head and shoulders here. If so, that's broken down slightly. You haven't marked it in. I don't think it's a particularly high quality pattern, but I am thinking we might see some more retracements. On lumber, I'd like to see the downtrend resume. Week 6-minute buy signal not going anywhere at the moment. On ZW, I was looking for some retracement here. I don't think we're done. I'll be looking at this more in the bigger picture on Sunday. But we've got a week 6-minute buy signal, which is fixed, not delivering a lot so far. On corn, 6-minute buy signal fix, not really delivering much so far. Soy, week 6-minute buy signal fix, and is getting towards the possible near miss target. We've got a little IHS here, which is also broken up. It's a bit too small to mark in, really, but the target would be in about the 1209 area. On ZL, looks like a little bull flag. On live cattle, looks like a bull flag for me. So 6-minute sell signals reach the possible near miss target. I'm expecting this to retest this high and probably resume the uptrend. HE, nice looking double bottom. Not been doing anything with the double bottom so far, but the double bottom is promising for a move up. I would like to see that break up, and head towards the retest of this prior high here in the 111.975 area. All right, let's have a quick look at questions, of which we have none. I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care and have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys again on Monday. All right, cheers.